Okay, let's talk about perimeter. Perimeter is one of the most important concepts in math. Alright, so let's start. Say for example, one day you decided to go running. Alright, so you went running and you went in a rectangular field. Okay, say this is the field that you decided to go running with, and then in this field you know the dimensions of this field. You know that the length of this field is, let's say, 15 meters. Alright, it's 15 meters by let's say 7 meters. Alright, okay, so and then you went round twice. Okay, you went round twice this field. You wanted to find out how much did you run, like what's the total distance you covered. Okay, what's the total distance you covered? Total distance covered. Okay, so when you're dealing with such similar concepts, like going around, or you went around in a certain field or area, or you just decided go walking and you want to figure out what's the total distance you covered, you're actually applying the perimeter concept. Alright, so the definition of perimeter is that perimeter is the total distance. So perimeter means the total distance around a figure. Okay, around a certain figure. So like what I said earlier, you decided to go running and in a field has the dimensions 15 centimeters by 7 centimeters. Alright, and you were able to go around twice. Okay, so twice, 2 times. So we know that according to the properties of rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So if this is 15, therefore this is 15 meters. Alright? Okay, so this symbol right here that I'm making, this short lines, means, okay, I'll be using a different line so that it's, okay, so it won't be similar to our label. Okay, so for example, we use that symbol. That symbol right there, the one short line, means they are equal. Right? So therefore, if this is 15 right here, therefore the other part should be 15 also. If this is 7 meters, therefore this is also 7 meters. And you want to decide if you started at this point. Okay, you started at this point and then you went around the sides of the field. Okay, we're actually talking about perimeter. Alright, so for you to be able to find the perimeter of this rectangle, simply we just add the dimensions. So we say 15 plus 15 plus 7 plus 7. Alright, and we know that 15 plus 15 is 30, and then 7 plus 7 is 14. Therefore, the total perimeter of the field is 44, right? Okay, 44 meters. But as what I said earlier from the first statement, you went around the field 2 times. Okay, so what you do, you just simply multiply 44 times 2, and therefore the total distance you covered is 88 meters. Alright, so very simple. Again, the definition of perimeter is the distance around a figure. Okay, this is letter A. Distance around a figure. Okay, so let's have more examples right here. For example, we have a rectangle again here. And then we have the following dimensions. This is, let's say, 13 centimeters. And this is, let's say, 7 centimeters. Alright, again, the definition of rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Right, you can just draw the short lines. Okay, So that simply means if this is 30, this should also be 13, and 7 and 7. So what you could do, you can just add them all, or you can do the perimeter formula for a rectangle. So a rectangle has the formula 2L plus 2W. Alright, so twice the length and then plus twice the width. So let's say 2 times the length is 13 plus 2 times the width, alright, which is 7 centimeters. Okay, let's have the unit later. Let's write it later. And then, therefore, this would be 2 times 13 would be 26. Plus 2 times 7 is 14. So, therefore, your perimeter would be, okay, 40 centimeters. As simple as that. Alright, so always remember that. Again, we add all the side lengths. Okay, another definition, and another way to find the perimeter is just add all the side lengths. Don't miss any side length so that you will land to the correct answer. Let's have another one right here. We have a triangle, and we say that this triangle is equilateral. Okay, remember the definition of a triangle. A triangle, an equilateral triangle means all sides are equal. So if I say that this side is 10 millimeters, okay, and then you were asked what's the perimeter of this, simply what you do, you can just do 10 times 3, so perimeter, or you can just add them all. So if this is 10, this should also be 10, and this should also be 10. Therefore, the perimeter would be, perimeter is equal to 10 plus 10 plus 10, okay? So the distance, total distance around the figure, so you just simply add it. Therefore, it's 30 millimeters. Right? So that's our perimeter for number 2. What about number 3 right here? As you can see, we have short, this is our figure. We have some short lines drawn. See that? It's 2 lines and 1 line. So if that means if this is 2 lines and this is 2 lines, therefore they are equal. So for this star-shaped figure right here, this is 6.7 also. And it says here one short line is 4.2. So this will just be 4.2. And this is also 4.2. Okay, and this is also 4.2. Alright, and this is 6.7. And this is also 6.7. And this is 6.7. And this is also 6.7. Right? So, other way to do this is to simply add everything, or you can just multiply how many are there. So, how many 6.7 do you have? So, 6.7 multiplied to how many there are? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, plus 4.2. Then how many 4.2 do you have? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4. Right? So in all, what is our perimeter? Therefore, we just simply multiply them. We multiply 6.7 times 6. Right? So 6.7 times 6 would be equal to 40.2. Right? So 40.2 plus 4.2 times 4.2. So 4.2 times 4 is actually 16.8. Alright, so while I'm solving, you can actually solve by your own and check whether you are understanding the concept. Okay, then after which you can now add them. Alright, so how do we add decimals? So we just do this, 4.2 and then 16.8, right? So we align the decimal point, we make sure that they're aligned, and then this would be 10, 1, and this would be 7 and 5. Alright, so we add them. Therefore, our perimeter would be 57.0, or we could say it's only 57. And don't forget your unit, which is meters. And this is our perimeter. Alright, so very simple. All you have to do is to remember the concepts you have learned regarding decimals. Alright? Okay, so let's continue. We have another figure right here. All we have to do is to simply add them. So therefore, the perimeter of this figure would be 1 plus 3. That would be 1 plus 3, but we have a problem here. Okay, so look at our unit. Okay, look at our unit. This is a meters and this is also meters. So we say that we want to add perimeter is equal to 1 meters plus 3 meters plus 80 centimeters plus 150 centimeters. Alright, so you have to be watchful with the given, whether they have the same unit. You cannot add them because they have different units. So what you do, you convert 1 meter. Remember, in every 1 meter, there's 100 centimeters. Okay, so therefore, this 1 meter, we will make it into 100 centimeters. Plus, 3 meters is equal to 100. 3 meters, therefore, if it's 1 meter is 100, therefore, 3 meters would be 300 centimeters. Alright, so that would be 300. And then we add 80. So they are all the same unit now. So 80 centimeters plus 150 centimeters. Add them all, therefore you would get 400. Alright, plus 230 would be equal to 630 centimeters. Alright, so if you have any question, make sure to ask. Alright, and you can comment down whether there is. So let's go back and check. Always remember that when we are solving about the perimeter, we make sure that we add all side lengths. Another thing, make sure that they all have the same unit. Unless they don't have, then you have to convert the unit first. Alright, that's all for perimeter.